Good morning, everyone. How are you? It's Laurie, and I am here to do your daily message for you. I hope all of you are happy, healthy, and having some fun. We're going to start by rolling the Zodiac die today. And you have just rolled very strong Gemini and Pisces energy, which kept coming out in your readings yesterday. So Gemini to the left, Pisces to the right, Taurus up top. I am hearing these may very well be these sun signs, moon signs, or Venus signs, of the people that you are thinking about or involved with. Now, this Taurus energy, I'm hearing this is coming from your own birth chart, and that may be an element of conviction, of determination, something within you that's saying, I'm doing this, okay? I'm going to accomplish this. So there's some sort of drive or determination there. All right, let's go ahead and see what we have in your tarot message today. I am using a new to me tarot deck. And what is this one called? I don't know. I'll link it down below. Something Moon Tarot. Tarot of the Moon, maybe? Moon Tarot? Anyways, let's go ahead and see what we have here in your message. The first card up is the Emperor. Authority, taking charge of your life, feeling confident. There's a full moon in the background. We've just had a full moon not too long ago. We're going to be a fortnight out from another full moon is what I'm hearing. All right, so there's confidence growing. I'm hearing something about your voice. You're taking back your authority. You're starting to believe in your own thoughts. Like for so long, I think you may have been, and I don't like to say this, but some of you have been dealing with people that have made you question yourself, made you wonder if what you thought about yourself, about life, about things just were not right. Okay, these people or this person around you may have created this energy. Now, some people would label that person as a narcissist. They don't all have to be narcissistic, okay? We're all, actually, every single one of us is narcissistic in one way or another because we all want what's best for ourselves. And we need that in order to persevere and survive. So let's stop using the narcissistic label and start just saying that somebody else's beliefs and the way their conviction has created an energy surrounding you that makes you question whether your authority is real or not. It absolutely is real. Your thoughts, your ideas, your beliefs, they are very valid. You've got experience to prove to yourself that what you think and feel is valid. All right, let's go ahead and move on here. Now, I did get a message. There could be a boss around some of you, somebody with literal authority over decisions made in your life. So this could be a parent if you're underage. This could also, or if you're living in their home. I don't care what age you are. If you live in your parents' home, they have authority over the decisions you make within their home. Even if you're paying rent, you're still living in their home. But this feels more like a court-appointed authority, or a boss. Somebody who has decision-making power that's beyond your control. But this is telling me that you are seeing that you have your own authority here. So even though somebody else has the right to make a decision concerning maybe your money or what you do, you still have your own autonomy here. You still have your own right to be cool, calm, collected, and deal with your life in a positive way. What they decide is a decision, okay? It's not the rule of your life. What is coming out here? Something important is happening in somebody's life right now. And some exterior type of decision has been made. And you are learning, okay, that's the decision that was made, but that does not mean that I have to fall apart or cave to their belief system in order to deal with this situation. What is this? This is an incredible situation here. All right. This is growth on your part. This is immense growth on your part. All right. So we have the Five of Pentacles. So something, oh, this is how it's coming out. Okay. All right. I see it. Something may be taken from you. Money. Your wages may be getting garnished. Maybe you were told to pay a fine when you know you were not guilty of whatever you were accused of. So again, there's a sense of somebody having power over you, where you'll have to deal with that situation. You can't avoid dealing with the situation. You will need to. But how you deal with it emotionally and not letting it define who you are moving forward comes from your faith in yourself and your higher power. So there will be some sort of challenge here in the sense of a loss, something taken from you, or, okay, and I'm even hearing somebody may have lied about you, may have told untruths here. Okay. And right now it feels like your whole life is falling apart. You're looking at everybody going, did they hear that? Do they believe that? Or do they know me? That's not your problem. Let it go. Lies will be exposed. Okay. They always come out. So even when words are twisted, even if the situation is based on some sort of truth, like you may have made a statement, you may have said something, but for some reason, they twisted your word. They took this out of context, or they just literally misunderstood what you were saying. And now I get like you feel like your reputation may have been taken from you. No, stand strong. Don't let those moments, and those are temporary moments in life, do not let those moments faze you. It is a temporary loss. You may feel, see, this loss may not even be like money or anything else. It's more of an emotional loss. Like you're going through a fog and you don't know where you're going. Okay. So lost with a T is the loss. Okay. Loss of confidence. All right, let's go ahead and see what you are actually thinking about here. What an unusual reading. So this is telling me you're standing up and reclaiming your authority with that Emperor energy there. Can you see the cards? There we go. Sorry, a little too much brightness there today. Never too much light. Never too, well, yes, we can be blinded by the light, can't we? Oh, there's something in that statement, blinded by the light. So you are ready to break free from this. Okay. You just drew the full card here, which says you're ready for a fresh start. You're ready to move on. I'm noticing that in this deck of cards here that the Fool is actually holding what they call a moon flower, and it only blossoms in the evening, overnight. But when the sun starts to come up, it closes again. So something about being blinded by the light. Kind of standing back in the shadows and letting your powers grow with that. Let your confidence grow in those peaceful in-between moments. But you're ready for a fresh start here, and you're ready to take a chance. I mean, look at this. You've got the Emperor here, which is Aries energy. And Aries is the first sign of the Zodiac wheel. And the Fool is the first card in the tarot deck. So this is about being brave enough to go after what you want. Having the confidence despite the loss. or feeling lost. Okay, you're feeling like, okay, I'm going to move on from this. I'm not going to hold on to this. I'm ready for a fresh start. If this is revolving around work, I feel like there may have been gossip at work. Somebody may have started a conversation. You knew nothing of this. I'm getting you know nothing of this. But somebody was having a conversation with somebody else and something was taken out of context. I keep getting that. Something was taken out of context. It created a negative situation here. You're ready to move on, upward too, upward. This Fool is lifting their leg up, okay? So this person, you are lifting, you're going to be elevated here. You're going to come out of this situation on a higher level than where you're currently at. So I recently heard, and I know because I recently went through this myself, I was reminded that anytime we go through a difficult phase, a challenge, it's not meant to break us. It's meant for us to let go of what is broken so that we can take a hold of what is new, what is bigger, what is better, what's going to lift us up, what's the next stage. All right, so keep that in mind. It's not to break us. Difficult things that we go through are not meant to break us, but to have us surrender and let go. And that's what the Fool does, is surrenders. It says, okay, I'm going to trust in my God. I'm going to trust in my higher power. I'm going to trust in the universe. Okay? Whatever it is, you're surrendering. You're not holding on, and you're allowing that better thing to come in. I'm hearing that some of you may actually acknowledge this and get recognition of it in your dreams. I'm hearing dream walker. So somebody, maybe you, I don't even remember what that's called. Lucid dreaming. Maybe you are traveling while you are dreaming and gathering the information that you need. All right, let's go ahead and see what else is happening here. That was too many cards. That was like 6 cards. Let's see what we have here. You have the Sun. All right, so that's what's at the foundation here. Success. Look at this. The moon is there. It's eclipsed. The sun is here. Okay, actually, that's not... well, it is an eclipse. Oh, that's so funny. I was going to say, no, it's just a normal moon phase, but it's not. Something has been happening in the shadows. Something has been going on behind the scenes, and it's about to be revealed. Any lies, any loss, anything that was taken from you wrongfully is going to be exposed. There will be truth. There will be clarity. You will come out on top here. If this is a work situation, there will be success here of successfully overcoming this, but a promotion could even come out of this. A new responsibility, a pay raise. Somebody is going to see the situation for what it really is. The lies will be exposed if there were lies, whether they were intentional lies or just misunderstandings. That energy is going to be dispelled. The truth is going to come out. There will be clarity, and because of that clarity, there will be success. All right. 3 major arcanas out of 4 cards, my loves. You guys are right on par for this life-changing energy that you have been going through since the beginning of this year. And most of you understand it. You see it for what it is. You understand that you have to get out of the comfort zone. You have to be challenged because you're growing every time you face some sort of challenge. There's others of you who are pushing against this, resisting this, and you're just feeling stuck in negative energy. Have faith that everything that's happening is not meant to break you. It is not meant to make you feel horrible. It is meant for you to see that you are stronger than you think you are, and that you are going to get through this. Surrender. Allow yourself to go through the experiences that you're having. And just say, you know what? I'm learning from this. I'm growing from this. Seven of Pentacles didn't actually come out, but it was shown there. Contemplation, possibilities, financial gains, a deeper study of where you are at in your own life. So looking at what you're learning from the experiences that you're having. All right, let's see what the most likely, or the immediate future looks like here. What's coming up quickly after this clarity I'm hearing? Whoa, look at that. Another major arcana, the World card. And you saw that come out. It says fulfillment here. So something is coming full circle. Something that you are happy about. Fulfillment is something that's internal and can be external. Okay, so the fulfillment of a commitment. A fulfillment of you owe money, you pay it, you're fulfilling that duty. You've taken care of, you fulfilled that obligation. However, fulfillment also has a beautiful connotation within ourselves. Do you hear that beautiful bird? I don't know if you can hear that or not, but it really drew my attention. The fulfillment within yourself. Finding the grace within yourself, the understanding that the trials and tribulations that you have recently been through, this challenge, whatever it is, the clarity brings that peace back to you. It ends the negativity. Look, and this world is actually eclipsing the sun right now. So everything is going to come out. I'm hearing by this eclipse. So just a few days from now, this is your immediate future. This is your immediate future. So within a few days, the truth, the clarity, the understanding, the success, the surrender. You have to surrender first in order for this to come in, but it's coming in quick. It is going to come in here quickly. We have the eclipse on the 29th. So, and where are we right now? The 26th? Yeah. So just a couple more days. Hang in there. Okay, what have we got for energies coming up for today? We have the moon in a 150-degree separation of quincunx with Mars. We also have the moon in a square 90-degree to Uranus. Those are deep emotions. Both of those are happening in the early hours of the morning. So overnight, 1:40 a.m. And then before the dawn breaks, before this flower, this blossom, whatever's blossoming, whatever's growing here is going to happen before the sun rises. This is incredible energy. You do have Aquarius energy down here too, and the moon is in the 4th quarter of Aquarius. Okay, so keep those energies in mind. The moon is dealing with Mars, okay? The moon is dealing with Uranus energy here. When something is squared, everything is like equal all the way around, okay? So the energies, the four directions, the four like winds, north, south, east, west, the elements of the earth, okay? Earth, air, water, whatever I'm trying to say here. All of it is in harmony. Everything comes together. The World card is about seeing the reality of those intangible things becoming tangible. All right, so being brought into reality. This is a beautiful message here. I hope I didn't lose you there in the last couple of minutes. I know that may have gotten a little confusing to some of you. Don't worry about it. It'll make sense to you when it's meant to. All right, we've got the 6 of Pentacles and the 7 of Swords. This is just a temporary message here. What's coming out here? Oh, these are jeweled swords. Look at those gemstones going down. And it's the 7 chakras, okay? On 7 swords, and each of these swords is facing down with a full moon behind, of course. There's always going to be a moon in these cards. And then we have the 6 of Pentacles, a great big pentacle, one a little bit smaller, 2 others that are just smaller than that, and then we have the 2 smallest ones here. So there's some sort of, it says sharing after a deception. So the truth comes out, the clarity, the understanding, the real truth. And everything with all these chakras here, with all these gemstones, talking about and representing the chakras, alignment, things coming together. All right, let's see what else we've got going on here. On the bottom of the deck is the 7 of Pentacles again. We saw that. It didn't come out, but we saw it. All right, let's see what we have here as the past influence. What was the past influence to this situation, Spirit? Strength, passion, desire, bravery. Oh, interesting energy coming through here. And look, we have a half and half moon here. So the light and the dark, the shadow and the divine portion of us. I'm hearing something about you trusted some person, and this does feel like a betrayal, okay? Even if they didn't mean it to come out the way they said it, or like the way they took it, I really do feel like whatever started this, it was words. It was words. Somebody, either you or someone else, said something, and if you said it, your words were taken out of context or taken incorrectly, or somebody with malice did intentionally twist your words. I pray that that's not who you're dealing with, that you're not dealing with people like that, but it's the reality of the world. People do that. I'm finding and hearing here that this betrayal hurts. However, you're trusting yourself and the divine to bring you through this situation here. Look at this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 major arcana cards here out of 6. Okay. And the other card is a 5. It's the 5 of Pentacles. All this major arcana energy is dimming the loss. Okay. It's putting it away. You are overcoming this situation in a very healthy, honest, truthful. Oh, look at that. In this card, the lion and the woman's hair are both white. Okay, it's white. There's strands of gray in there. There's streaks of different shades of gray. So it's not an absolute. It's not an absolute. Again, something may have been said one way, but it got diluted, distorted, twisted. But you're facing this situation with honesty and truth. White represents honesty, purity, clarity. Not, you know, even with the gray, those gray areas become, they're not so bright that you're blinded by the truth. Oh my goodness. Blinded by the light. It's coming back around. All right. So the past influence here was somebody that you had a lot of emotions for, a situation that you were passionate about, a project at work, a relationship, something that you desired. All right, so the clarity, the truth will come out about this. And this does feel painful. I don't know why. I don't usually get that with a strength card, but this lion looks like it's like in pain, crying out. It's laying there peacefully and calmly though, but its tail is twitching. So it's definitely in pain, but it's trusting the universe, and that's where you're at, okay? That is where you're at. You know that what was said or done or whatever judgment was held against you, a court judgment, and you know you were not guilty of this. It's painful. It's still a betrayal, but you're finding your courage and your strength. Let's go ahead and see what we have here as how you view yourself dealing with this situation. Excuse me. The Ace of Wands. Okay, you're ready. You're inspired. Inspiration. You're ready to go out there. This is not a burning, flaming wand. This is a pearl of wisdom, which is the moon. Look at that. That's the moon being held in the grasp of that wand. I love this. So the secrets, the emotions are being contained, being dealt with and managed. Okay, within yourself, not any external. This is you saying this situation is happening. There's a storm going on, whatever kind of storm you want to call it. I did hear shit show. Sorry. Somebody had to have me say that. However, you are choosing to maintain your peace, your own authority here. Okay, be in control of your own emotions so that you dictate how you deal with a situation. Love this. Very confidently. You're inspired. There may be information here. We have the world behind in the background here. The moon is being contained by the wand, but look at the world in the background of the Ace of Wands sitting right next to the world card. And to me, aces are like major arcana, even though they're considered ones. These are things that are offered by the divine. And to me, that's pretty darn impressive, pretty darn big, pretty darn major. So here you are taking the inspiration, the trust, the faith, the belief you have in your higher power, and you're managing. You're in authority over yourself and how you're going to deal with this situation. So you are handling this very well. All right, let's go ahead and see what's happening in your environment. How are you interacting with those around you, or what is going on around you? Let's see what's coming out here. I just got an inspiration about tarot spreads. I'll have to see if I can get that out on my post page. The community tab, by the way, is gone. It's now called posts. The community is in the comments. So I don't know how that makes any sense, but that's what they did. All right, let's take a look at this. So changes. We've got to just roll with the changes. All right. Maybe there was a piece of information somebody was seeking. One of you were seeking. Oh, what here we got? Look at the Wheel of Fortune and the Nine of Pentacles. It didn't come out, but boy, it showed itself. It sure wanted to be seen. So changes are coming. This may be the first time that you've experienced something like what you're going through right now in this form, to where you're feeling confident, you're feeling strong, you're feeling ready to just surrender and not fight what's happening, because it's not worth the wasted energy of sitting there coming up with responses to people that aren't going to listen to you. No, sit back, let this play out. Spirit and God and the universe will bring the clarity, okay? That comes with the dawning of a new day. It's not your responsibility to worry about it. Get out there and connect with your higher power. Allow your higher power to deal with this situation for you. All right, let's go ahead. I mean, you'll have to take action eventually, but not like you don't have to correct anybody. Let that go. Trust and have faith that your God will take care of that situation for you. Look at that. You've just gotten another major arcana card here. The Magician. And this is what I was talking about, where all of the resources, all of the things that the Magician uses, all the tools, all the experiences, all the trial and error, okay, is being put together. And right here in your immediate future, it coagulates. It all comes to fruition, understanding, and now it's in a new reality. It's not the bits and pieces, it's the whole. Oh, that's so important right there. There's something big about how all the little pieces. So this person said that, this thing over here happened, that thing over there happened, whatever. Okay. But it's the bringing of all of this together from spirit, coalescing it all into this moon right here in the wand, where the clarity comes in, the understanding, all the different phases, all the different things come together, and little by little the truth is exposed, because the sun doesn't just pop up into the sky in the morning. It comes up in increments, little bits and pieces. And that's how the clarity and the understanding is going to come to those around you, to yourself too. You may have been in this like new situation here where you've never dealt with being accused of something that you did not do. Okay, you may have done this thing in the past, but I don't get that you did it this time. Okay, and I'm not accusing anybody of anything. So let's clarify that. You may be in a situation where you've been accused of something that you did not do, or even if you did do it, we'll leave it that way. All right. You are dealing with this situation by taking that step back, by surrendering this situation. So this may be new to you, to where in the past you may have been like, well, I'm going to go and set them straight. I'm going to tell them that they're wrong, that that's not what I said, that they need to understand. That's trying to control the situation. And what's different this time is you don't feel the need to do that. You may have the idea in your head a little bit. You know, you may be talking it through your head of what you would say if you were going to go to them and try to set them right. But you're not actually going to do that. You're going to let it go. You're going to let God, the universe, whatever, deal with the situation. Okay? And that's what's different. And it all comes together, little bits and pieces here and there, and it will be revealed over time. Okay? And I'm also getting kind of like a tower here, but I'm not seeing like a chaotic tower. This is more like where that tower where everybody has built this thing up to be this big tower. And yet something's chiseling away at it. Maybe it's just time. Maybe it's somebody else is dealing with the information. So I'm getting something like HR. So they're hearing this from this person. They're hearing this from this person, but with their own eyes, they're seeing this. So over time, that tower is being chiseled at, chinked at, worn down. Okay. So eventually the truth does come out. The clarity is there. And because this is a fast moving spread here, we have the world within a few days. So this will come to you in increments. And I feel like this may have been something that started for some of you a long time ago. Again, like you may have done something in the past, but you haven't done it since because you realized that was not the way to do it. So you had growth from that, but this is the next stage of growth for you. Okay. So this is coming to fruition here. It's coming to an end. All right. Give it until the eclipse. After that, things should start going smoother, easier, clearer. That may be when you get the promotion, the new project, the new team member, the new manager. Ooh, there's a newness coming in after this eclipse. All right, the Queen of Wands, and there she may be. All right, there she may be. And that sounded like a pirate. Something about water, traveling. Okay, this is in the unseen. This is the hidden realm, and we've got the Queen of Wands here. And boy, she doesn't have a little black kitty cat. Oh no, she's got a great big panther. And that panther is just sitting back and watching and looking and checking over things here. I feel like there's a new boss, a new manager, a new entity stepping into your life here. Somebody who's going to see the bigger picture. Oh, the clarity. And this could be you. This very well could be you, your own energy here. But I really do feel like if you are in a work situation, this is definitely somebody coming in very confident, very capable of seeing the reality of what's happened here. How somebody may have said something and it got twisted, or whatever the situation is. This person's going to clarify it. Okay. They've got their feelers out. They've got people that are giving them information. Again, the resources are here. So even though you don't know this is happening, it is happening. It's going on behind the scenes. So even if this is a love interest that you've had difficulties with and somebody said something to them, or even if you were talking with your partner and you said something and it seems that they have taken it the wrong way, you're not going to argue over this anymore. You're not going to try to change their mind. You will give them time to think it through, see it through, just let it be. Oh, and all the pieces come together. All the pieces are going to come together. All right, let's go ahead and take a look here at the most likely outcome to this situation. Interesting reading. I hope you've enjoyed it. If you have, make sure that you do me the kindness of tickle tapping, booping, or zapping that like button, claiming it in the comments if it is your message. Look at this card that just came out, the transformation, the death card, letting it go, the moon phases, okay? Allowing things to just be. Because when we let go of the broken, the new, bigger, better can come in. Death card here. Look at that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 major arcana cards out of 10. Is that not incredible? 7 out of 10. I'm also hearing that as a birth date. October 7th. You are going through, this is a major transformation, a big change. Claudia, I'm hearing your name. I'm just hearing your name. All right, so what an interesting energy here for all of you. This is the ending. Look, you've got the World card and then you've got the Death card, the transformation, the fulfillment. It all comes together. There is success here, a fresh start, manifestation with the Magician. Confidence, courage, authority, which is your overall energy to bring about this transformation. Beautiful. And look what's on the bottom of the deck. The moon, the unconscious, what was not there, and look what is coming. The celebration, the Four of Wands. Beautiful energy there. What an awesome, awesome message. Let's get you a angel number here. Let's see what your angels want to tell you about this situation. Beautiful message. Look at this, 1616. Didn't you just get this? Let me see. I know you just got 1616 yesterday. Okay, just yesterday. Oh, you've got a bunch of cards here. All right, so you got 1616, willpower. Things might feel out of sync right now and not within your control. And that's exactly where you're at. The whisper of the divine is asking you to remember that you are being supported and that your will is your superpower. Your will, okay? The authority, your ability to have control over yourself. That is your superpower. I said about that Taurus energy with determination is the key right now. The determination right here is to not poke the bear, not try to make somebody see the truth, not try to control this situation. Control yourself, control your thoughts, control your own outcome. Oh my gosh, look at this. 1616 to 1515, creativity. The angel whispers, keep accessing the creative connection that you feel to the divine right here. the Fool card, that moonflower, okay, opening. The whispers speak through your creative connection, allowing you to express the beauty that is within you and connect you to the love that is all around you. This is also coming through with the Magician, the Sun card, that Ace of Wands. Here is your creative energy. And that the Queen of Wands, she's extremely creative. She's always trying new things, exploring, okay, fiery, passionate energy. And then you have 1717, and I'm holding off on this. Self-reliance. Angel whispers, the time has come for you to rely on your knowledge, your wisdom, and your passions, your ambitions, because you have an important mission and purpose, okay? There is a reason that all of this is happening for you, not to you. It's happening for your growth because you've got something bigger and better coming in here for you. Leaning on your inner strength will allow more of your beautiful path to unfold ahead. All right, so look at this. 15, 15, 16, 16, 17, 17. Are you on the right path, or are you on the right path? That is an incredible angel oracle message here. I mean, 6, 7, 8. Let's check that out in the angel number book. What is 6, 7, and 8? 6, 7, 8. Free mind. Release your limited thinking. Your angels are encouraging you to open up your mind, your creativity, your thinking. Embrace every thought and opportunity with a mindset of abundance. If money, time, failure were not a consideration right now in this situation, would you want to pursue this? Okay, if you weren't worried about your job, if you weren't worried about what people thought, would you pursue this? Ask yourself that. All right, so brainstorm some things today that you would like to try with a different mindset. This right here is your calling, right? You know, this is your call. This is your wake-up call. This is your call from spirit, your angels, whatever, to do this differently, to try it from a different angle. Let the old way of dealing with things go. Take more authority, take your power back, and decide that you're going to surrender and let spirit take care of the situation and watch it happen for you. All right, we are going to get you a spirit animal. It is a large spirit animal card today. Let's go ahead and see what comes out here for you. Well, there was a few too many, so let's go ahead and try that again. I have never had this happen before, where 3 consecutive numbered cards come out in a row like that. 15, 15, 16, 16, 17, 17. 6, 7, 8. Who do we appreciate? You. We appreciate you. All right. Look at this. You got card 63. Nothing is wasted. We do not go through these moments to be broken down. We go through these moments because we're utilizing the experience. We're gaining something from it. So no experience is ever wasted. No difficult situation is ever meant to break us, hurt us, or tear us down. Okay? And it's only so that the bigger and better can come in. All right, let's see what else we have here. We also have the Nightingale spirit. Love is all around. 4141. Or it's 44, 18, 19, 20 on the timer. But card 41, and then you've got card 63 over here. All right. Maybe. Let's see. All right, there's something in this message for you. It says, Vulture Spirit, card 63, what seems hideous has its own type of beauty. And the recycling and repurposing that the vulture does is as important as any other activity in nature that supports the cycle of life, of growth, of expansion, of death, of transformation. Vulture Spirit's message is that nothing is to be wasted because nature sees value in everything that exists and in everything that happens. What seems rotten and ugly actually has the potential to be transmuted or transformed into something beneficial. Here it is right there. And you are being reminded that any suffering you are experiencing is not for no reason. Okay, there is a benefit to going through this if you are willing to open yourself up to surrendering and allowing and seeing, instead of looking at a situation as, why is this happening to me? Ask yourself, what can I learn from this? And when you change just that little thought process, oh my gosh, your ability to surrender and not worry about all those other things changes drastically. Wisdom and understanding that rise from the experiences that you have are the talismans that will serve you on your journey wherever you go. Wherever you go. What is rotting and decaying, whatever is dying here, is only changing form, and it will fertilize the seeds that you wish to plant. Okay, so the wisdom, take the wisdom and understanding from the experience and use that to grow a beautiful, more productive future. All right, so turn that which has passed away into the substance that will support your new vision. Everything that you might wish to deny or discard does have some sort of value, and it can be repurposed and reintegrated into the new you that you are becoming and the new life that you are creating and manifesting into being. No pain or suffering is ever in vain, and no experience is ever wasted, as long as you have the power to use it to co-create something far better. But it's your choice. Okay, so do not let it rule you. You take control of that situation, the experience, how you view the experience, what you do with your emotions. Can you surrender to your higher power? This is the miracle in your partnership with Spirit. Okay, so that's important. Now let's take a look at Nightingale Spirit here. That's a powerful confirmation right there of everything that was just said in this reading for you. Nightingale Spirit, card 41, love is all around you. In the darkness of night. Oh, I love this, more confirmation. Nightingale Spirit sings her song of love and hope. Okay, she is a harbinger of the dawn. Here's the sun rising. Okay, that is here to remind you that the sun will rise again soon. You are so loved. And the illumination song of the Nightingale Spirit calls you to a new level of self-awareness and connection with the divine. Yes, there is shadow and there is darkness, but there's also love and prosperity. Even in the seemingly empty space, the darkness and the starless night. Okay? Listen to the message, letting the music of the Nightingale song remind you that love is all around. That's the creativity. Bring it forth. Feel it and trust in tomorrow's light, renewing your ability to recognize that the spaces that appear empty are filled with love and abundance. Illumination is about to happen soon. Wow. Powerful, powerful message there. All right, my loves, I am going to leave it here. I hope you've enjoyed this, and I hope you have a blessed and beautiful day. Much peace, love, and happiness. Bye-bye.